Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope readings for your North Node by sign and house for October 2023. Now, before we begin, three things. Number one, if you're new to the channel, the reason I use your North Node in readings as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign is that it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's your soul path. It's what you're here to learn and experience in this lifetime. So it's much more relevant to your everyday life as opposed to your sun, moon, or ascendant sign in readings. Number two, these readings are for the individual soul path for the North Nodes, not a collective readings for the general public or humanity, meaning that we have a personal soul path for each of us and we have a collective soul path as humanity. So these are geared toward each person's soul path. Now, lastly, you are going to want to watch two videos. You're going to want to watch one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house. So with that, let's begin. I'm going to connect to the energies and we can start. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, Virgo, North Node, or North Node in the 6th house. This is going to be your October 2023 Tarotscope reading. Okay, so the spread on this side of the table represents the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th, and then this side represents the second half of the month from the 16th on. So your overall theme card is this month is the reversed Queen of Wands. And what I'm feeling like for you Virgo North Nodes or North Node in the 6th house is it's all about energy this month for you. The regulation of energy, whether that be physical energy, mental, emotional energy, any sorts of negative energy, positive energy. It's all about that this month. So for the first 2 weeks, what are your timeline cards? You've got the Nine of Swords reversed. You've got the Ace of Swords upright, and you've got the Devil card. Now, if you've watched this channel for any length of time, you know that the so-called scary cards in the tarot deck are not really scary, okay? This card does not represent the actual devil, okay? I'm assuming if you're watching this, channel, you're familiar with, tarot, okay? But there's nothing to be scared of, okay? In this case, what we're dealing with energy wise is I feel like the first 2 weeks, so a lot of you are struggling with a lot of worry and stress along with worry. There could be like like bad dreams, nightmares, things like that, and that I can see that a lot of you are struggling with. But also it's like feeding into this could be during the daytime of like struggling with like negative thought patterns. It could be something that's ongoing, and I can see that you're struggling with it, and it's an energy type of a thing. Remember that one of the things that Virgo North Node is here to do, or North Node in the 6th house, this is a lifetime for healing for you. Healing mentally, emotionally, physically, all healing on all levels is is really one of the things you're here to do. Of ultimately heal yourself, and then hopefully help others to heal around you. Now, you're struggling with this. There also could be with the Devil card. This is a card that represents, fear, or being like shackled by fears. It also could be that for some of you, there is some sort of addiction around you, and the addiction could be physical. It could be addiction to a way of being. It could be we could be addicted to a lot of things besides like substances. It could be like also like like food, or any sorts of things, video games, or whatever it is. It's there's some sort of, could be addiction there, but if not, it does represent just an overall like fear. What I'm getting for you is that it's time with this, with this Ace of Swords. This is getting for you to like really take a stand. It's time to take a stand, and the sword is cutting away like old patterns, things that have happened to you in the past. And that's really what a lot of this is, because most people that have their North Node, in Virgo or the sixth house, have gone through a lot of really intense things in their past lives, and also in their past in this particular life. Most of the people I've talked to have had some, really tough experiences, and you see that a lot with this North Node, and it can be difficult. And what's happening is it's time for you to cut out things that are affecting you from the past, and move on from that. It's like take a stand. Um, there is, if I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. Okay, so I've used this example on a few occasions, but most people are familiar with the story of Lord of the Rings. And when Frodo, who was given the task to destroy the Ring of Power in the fires of Mount Doom, he was on this really treacherous mission, and it took almost everything he had. And there's a part in the movie where he is just completely sapped. He's literally crawling, trying to complete this task. And the elf queen Galadriel comes to him in a vision, and basically is lifting his spirits, and says, Frodo, this, to paraphrase, this task was given to you, and only you can complete this task, something to that effect. Okay. And she can give support, but ultimately no one could carry him on this mission. He got help along the way, and that's important to get help that is available. But ultimately in our lives, we're the ones that are going to have to take a stand in, you know, healing ourselves, healing our life, making our life better. It's not going, we have to do it, and that's really what she was saying. And what I'm seeing here is that if you are going through these things, and if these things are plaguing you from your past, and they keep coming up, and if it's holding you back, you have help around you, but you have to be ultimately the one that has to do it. And that's what this is saying. Now, your advice cards are, you've got the Six of Wands reversed, and you've got the Ten of Pentacles. And what I'm seeing here is that part of the reason why some of you may be having a difficult time is, I feel like you, for a large part of your life, you deep down, whether it's coming outwardly or inwardly, but deep down, like you don't feel like maybe ultimately you have what it takes to win or succeed. but I'm telling you that you do. You have it in you, and this is one of the more difficult north nodes. And this first 2 weeks, this is telling you, like, when you begin to make a stand and you say, even on small things, like, okay, I I refuse. I'm going to just take this day and I'm going to keep moving forward. You keep moving, you keep moving. The next day, just literally like one day at a time, But you're making a stand where you're not going to feel that way anymore. You're not going to put up with whatever it is, whether it be from within you or outwardly. And I feel like a lot of you are struggling with, like, ultimately, feeling like you have what it takes for success. And especially this month, because, like I said, it's about energy, okay? Mental, emotional, and physical energy. You do have what it takes. Now, the other advice card that's saying, so you want to realize where it's coming from. And this could come from, like, deep seated things from the past where maybe you weren't, given support and love and caring and all of that. And so, you maybe feel like you're not deserving, but you are. The the thing about the 10 of Pentacles is that what you want to do is you want to see, this is about taking stock. Ultimately this is about, you know, family traditions and wealth, but this card is much deeper than that. This is about, like, taking account whatever blessings you're grateful for in your life. Like, for example, if you have gone through something that was very intense, you know, crazy, relationship or family life or physical ailment or whatever it is, and you were able to overcome that, that's a win right there. You're able to, like, just keep on fighting. Okay, so this is about a card of, like, looking at what it is you have to be grateful for in your life. So the combination that's powerful is when you begin to make a stand and say, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to let this drag me down. I'm going to keep moving forward. Okay, you're the Ace of Swords, along with being grateful for, you know, anything you have. Like, there, if whether there are people around you to be grateful for, um, whatever it is that you have, that, you know, we can always look at someone else, like, who doesn't have what we have. Very, very few people can't look elsewhere and see, like, wow, like, someone else has it way worse off. And what you're doing is you're being grateful for, like, yeah, it could be, like, a lot worse. And so you're taking stock. That's what this, when you do this, when you make that stand and you're feeling the gratitude, that is going to energize your life. And it's also going to, like, the fear and worry will start to melt away. I'm not here to tell you that it's easy. Okay, this is just a reading to tell you what's going on and why you may be feeling these things, even on a small level. Some of you are going to be experiencing this to a great degree, and others, I know everyone watching this will be able to relate to this in a small way, because there could just be, like, little fears or worries eating away at you. Okay, and this is the combination of things you have to do. This is the key to moving past this, because, as I said, remember, this is a lifetime for you to heal your life. Now, moving on to the second half of the month, your timeline cards are, you've got the Four of Wands, you've got the Nine of Cups reversed, and you've got the Star card. Now, what I'm seeing here is that it's time for you to not let your dreams, hopes, and desires fade away. And with this wish card here, the Nine of Cups, They call it traditionally the wish card, and I see it also with the Six of Wands. These are cards of, victory and hopes and dreams. And this is the struggle is keeping the feeling of I can do this, the feeling of what are my dreams and desires, alive. I can tell you that the biggest rewards I've seen with people's north nodes is especially this north node in Virgo, okay, or the sixth house, because it is such a difficult, like, north node sometimes, that the blessings that you get for going through these struggles are amazing, okay? And that's what I see. Like, at the end of this isn't going to just be like, why am I going through all this? Why am I going through all this work to heal my life? And having to, you know, go through the past that I went through and then heal that. The blessings that you're going to get is really, really, amazing. And I feel like you are, if you just keep at it, keep fighting, don't give up, keep moving forward, keep trying to do that inner work and that inner healing, you're going to get to a really good place. The star card is an amazing card, and it's important that part of that is keeping those dreams alive. Okay, now again with the Four of Wands here, this is really telling me this is a card of celebration, but it is also a card of stability. The number four, just like the four, legs of a table or the four corners of a square, it's a very stable structure. And so the foundation that you have around you, whether that be support in any way, it's, tying into this whole gratitude thing. When the first half of the month, if you're taking a stand, you're showing gratitude for what you have, you're creating the foundation, okay? Like, let's say you have a super good friend who's there for you, or a loved one, or whatever it is, or, you have your health, or you have, a really good, brain and intellect, whatever it is, whatever you're grateful for in your life, that's your foundation to keep, moving forward. And as I said, the reason that it's important for you to keep your dreams alive is because they're fueling you forward. Okay. And that's what these advice cards here are saying. You've got the Three of Wands, which is keep moving toward your future. What don't give up your dreams. Don't get where is it that you want to be in your life? Where is it that you want to be as far as your work, career, relationships, health, whatever it is? Just keep looking out toward the future and, like, feeding that positive. Again, this is like mental energy. You're planning for the future. Okay, you're feeding into that. And the other advice card is, you've got the Queen of Swords. And again, this is relating to, look, the interesting thing is you have the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords. They're both swords that are being held up. And this is about mental toughness, but again, it's about making, making a stand uh in your life. It's like, you know, like Frodo being lifted up so you can complete this last part of your journey to you know your optimal self. The other thing too that's interesting is that, remember, your north node in Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury. And Mercury is what we call an air sign, which is ruled by the swords in the tarot deck. Okay, so um, it's a card of not only intellect but communication. Okay, and it's about thoughts. And so what's really important is this is about when I said mental toughness, it's about making sure that as you're healing, you're keeping guard of your thought process, because one of the things that can happen that you see with the North Node in Virgo with the South Node in Pisces is you could see like there could be like thought patterns that could be negative that you want to watch for, and that's what this is, being vigilant and like watching for to keep your mind moving in a positive type direction. And part of that is connecting to the support and gratitude that you have in your life and for your life, and then like planning for that future. So like I said, I'm not going to say that it's always easy, but anyone that has this North Node can on some level relate to what I'm saying here. And you know I feel like for a lot of you, that energy, the mental, emotional, or physical energy, one or all of them, it could be playing into this month. And just stay strong, keep fighting. Remember that this is about your healing in this lifetime, okay? Don't give up. And if you follow these different points, I feel like it'll be a lot better. Ultimately, where it's going is the star card here, okay? And I feel like if you're able to go through this, for a lot of you, you're going to see breakthroughs this month and moving on into fall and winter. Okay. If you keep following this type of a positive pattern with this advice, and you could find yourself, a month, 3 months, 6 months down the line in a way, way better place than you are now. Just to stay strong, stay on your path, and you got this. You can do this. So anyway, I hope this reading was helpful to you and you found some value in it. If you'd like a personal reading where I look at your astrological chart and I could give you a timeline, an optimal timeline reading, and I can see where you're at in your life, there's going to be a link in the description box below. And also, if you just have questions in your life about, job, career, relationships, friendships, anything else in your life, I can also do tarot readings. So the link to my website's down below, and you can check that out. But yeah, reach out to me in the comments if you have any questions. And thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you could. I'd appreciate it. We'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.